You can change your life in 60 days, and this is how. This is a video where I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be walking around on eggshells and make things super beautiful and fireworks. And no, this is honestly only for you if you want your life to change forever and you're ready. You're ready to put in the work, you're ready to show up, and you're ready to do whatever it takes to make that happen. I'm doing this video on the premise that I have changed my life in just a couple of months. Within just a couple of months, I was able to go from no clients to 20 new clients. I was able to go from my business dropping and not making any money to all of a sudden doing 5 figures again in a month. I've done all of those things. So what I'm about to share with you is a proven record, not only of myself, but also of all of the people I was able to help them with as well. Because the thing is, and this is where already the first mindset shift comes in, you got to take responsibility for your results. Whatever you have created up until now, even the things that you don't want, is your creation. It is something that has manifested through your consciousness. And I know sometimes this is hard to hear because we ask ourselves, well, I didn't manifest clients not want to work with me. I didn't manifest the economy going down. This is not about that. There are things that, of course, are happening that we have no control over. But when you're giving away your control, your power to other people, to circumstances, you're not responsible for your own creation. You're not responsible for your own results, no matter what. There were people I know in my life who really struggled, but still, because of taking responsibility and making it literally their dedication to life, they were able to create something that a lot of people around in their lives would have not thought would be possible during a time like the pandemic. So yes, this leads me, and already I was talking about this, first point, taking responsibility. It is time to stop playing the victim. And if you're still struggling with a victim mentality and you are believing that everything that has ever happened to you, it's not your fault and people are mean and the universe is mean, the thing is that will be a deeper wound for you to heal. This is also where you take responsibility. If you don't like to be in victim mode anymore, you got to take responsibility to heal that wound. I had a lot of those wounds myself, a lot of childhood wounds, a lot of things that were literally lingering around in my life. And I needed to take responsibility to heal. The healing work is where you take responsibility to look at something that is painful, look at something that isn't easy to look at, but you're doing it because you know you want to become a better version of yourself. You're doing it because you literally deserve this. You deserve to take care of yourself. You deserve to become the best version of yourself. And you can only do that when you take responsibility for the things that you can control. This is, again, not about taking responsibility for the things you can't. You can do something, but what another person will do or say, you cannot control. Your only control is you, your actions, your thoughts. And when you take responsibility for that, and you take responsibility for your life, that is when things will start to shift. The second thing that you need to do is get very clear on what it is that you want. Lots and lots of people want a change in their life. They desire something to shift, but they don't know how they want it to look like. A lot of people then live in the place of hope, hoping for the life to change, hoping for things to look better, hoping to make more money, hoping to shift their jobs, but they don't really concretely know what is it that you actually want? What kind of job is it that you want? How much money you want to make? Where do you want to move? Where do you want to live? Like, whatever that decision is, you got to be very clear on, I know exactly what I don't like. Oftentimes people know what they don't like, but what is it that you do like and do want to create? So that would be the next thing for you to look at and to start focusing on. It's getting very clear on what is it that you want. Now, yes, your mind can change, but underlyingly, if in the next 60 days you want something concretely to change, you got to be very focused on that very thing and make it literally your life's mission to shift that. The way to truly then create that is to not only think about your goal, but really, as you're going through your day, as you're going through your everyday actions, as you're brushing your teeth, as you're driving the car, as you're going to bed, you want that to be top of your mind. You want to constantly remind yourself, this is what I'm creating. This is what I'm creating. This is what I'm working on. This is my goal. Like, it needs to just be top of mind because so many people live on autopilot. They have a goal, they have their dream, and then they have their normal life. And many people are consumed by their normal life. You can still have a quote unquote normal life, but still be consumed by the dream that you're creating. Because when you are, your actions that you're doing and the energy in your day is going to shift and it's going to be different and it's going to help you get quicker to your goal. But visualizing once a week is going to not be enough for you to truly create that. It needs to be like your life's mission, that this is what you want to do. This is what you want to achieve. This is what you want to attract, create, whatever word you want to use here. And so it needs to become something that you talk about, something that is just part of you at any moment. Whenever you even have more free time, have it be top of your mind that this is what you're working towards. And also ask yourself, when are you running on autopilot? So many times we go through our day, we have the same thoughts over and over again. 95% of the thoughts that we're having are the same that we were having yesterday. But that is what needs to change. You got to understand, when am I still having the same thoughts of I'm not good enough, I can't do this, it's not going to work? These thoughts need to become part of your awareness so that you can shift them as well. This is not about changing overnight. This is about a small accumulation of actions, small shifts every single day that will lead to a compound effect. And eventually all of those shifts are going to compound into the creation of what it is that you're doing. The next thing, and probably the most powerful besides the responsibility piece, is you got to shift your identity. Right now, if you are in a place that you don't like and you living a life that you don't like, that is created by the identity that you hold, the identity of the type of person that you think you are. So you got to ask yourself, the life that I want to create, who do I need to be to create that? What identity do I need to hold of myself? What beliefs do I need to have? What actions do I need to take? You got to ask yourself, if this is my goal, and if I already knew that goal would be true, how would I show up differently? And that is the energy you want to be in. You want to show up from that energy. So every day as you're waking up, you allow yourself to let go of old parts of yourself that are no longer serving you. And you have to ask yourself, what parts of my old identity are no longer part of my new life? The parts of your identity that complain, the parts of your identity that always only see the negative, the parts of your identity that doesn't feel good enough. And if you're still struggling with those beliefs, this is again an invitation for you to heal and do the healing work so that you can shift those beliefs in an easier way. But if right now you're recognizing that a lot of the things can actually be easily shifted by you reframing your mindset, this is when you take your power back. This is when you start creating who you need to be. Because what you create is a result of who you are being. And so your identity is the key, is the foundation of really becoming who you need to be so that you can create the very thing that you're desiring. And next, really important, is you gotta become so good at cutting out any external noises. If you want to change your life, anything that is distracting you from creating that, you gotta cut out. Any stupid Netflix series that is consuming your mind, that is not helping you stay focused, you need to cut out. And I'm not saying to not watch Netflix. I watch Netflix and I love it if there is a certain show that I like to watch. But I am very conscious about my consumerism, right? I am conscious that there are certain things that if I watch too much of that, my mind is not focused anymore on actually what it is that I want to create. And so yes, you can still do the things that you've done before, but you got to become more conscious. And if you're noticing yourself becoming distracted by what you're doing, you got to cut that out. Also the conversations that you're having with people. Maybe some people are actually going to talk you out of it and are going to tell you that life isn't easy and transformation doesn't happen that quickly, whatever that might be. You got to be good at cutting that out. You got to be good at letting that go, because those people will hold you back. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Become conscious of the kinds of conversations you're having with people. Are they lifting you up? Are they making you feel like now I can go live my dream life? Or are they dragging you down? Are they making you believe that certain things are not possible? And I'm not saying that to not be realistic, but if you really want to change your life in 60 days, it is about you also being delusional. But this is where the magic happens, because if you truly believe something that is, impossible almost in a normal world, you are delusional. But when you're delusional, you allow yourself to think bigger, and that will shift everything for you. And the actions that you're going to be taking will be different, and then your actions will actually lead to the very thing that you want. And on the opposite, as you're cutting out all the external noise, you got to fill your day with positive vibration. Watching a video like this, listening to podcasts, something that lifts you up, that helps you stay in that mindset, helps you stay focused, helps you see things the way that you need to see them so that you can stay positive and that you can keep creating it. Doing a meditation of 5 minutes a day where you're filled with gratitude, and then 99% of your day, you're actually complaining the whole day. This is not gonna work. You gotta be willing to constantly stay in that vibration. And what helps are external things like podcasts, podcast or a book, or reading a book, or listening to an audiobook, watching a video, even high frequency music can help you stay in that mindset, can help you stay in that energy. So those small things that you're doing throughout the day will again also accumulate and will create a compound effect of your transformation. And then lastly, as I'm a health coach as well, you got to nourish yourself with good food. You got to stay focused. You want to sleep. You want to really take care of your health and your body. This is